Hello, hello, hello. This is Alicia Brown, the Joy Guru. Let me just turn that one other way. You never should miss a branding opportunity. So, of course, this is Alicia Brown. I am the empowerment coach, motivational speaker, and author. Of course, you can always follow me at thejoyguru.net. Now, you great people, let me try to actually turn this around because y'all know if you follow me, that is not what I'm good at. You got my hand there. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Actually, I'm doing this video in response, and thank you for the love. I'm doing this video in response to a live Facebook video that I actually saw Danielle Booth do. You know, Danielle, she's my girl. She's my business bestie. But she said some stuff that was pretty pivotal. You can go and follow her, Danielle Boose, Boose. You can follow her on Facebook to see that live Facebook video. But she said something, and I'm just like, you know what? I gotta say something. You know, she was talking about the fact that people just come to her all the time and say, I see the value of your services, but I can't afford you. I don't have enough money. And I love what she suggested. A payment plan. You know, sometimes I know myself as an entrepreneur, sometimes you have to do a payment plan. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to pay for the services. It just means maybe I can't give it to you all at once. You know, but beyond that, here's the deal. And thank you for the love. Here's the deal. This is what I'm going to say for new entrepreneurs, new business owners, people that are trying to plan things. I'm going to give you some words of encouragement. Actually, some words of advice. Hello, Life Coach Caprice. Hello, Moms Need Help. Thank you guys for inviting followers. This is my word of advice. This is my cautionary thing. First of all, and I'm not telling you that I am the strategist. That's why I go to someone like Danielle Booth to help me. You need to understand what is your budget. You can have a great vision, but one thing you cannot do is lead off of passion. My passion drives me in everything I do. If I've coached you, you know I always tell you what is your why, but that is not good enough. My why may encourage me, my passion may encourage me, but when you get to the other side of this business, you have to have a solid business plan. Now, don't mistake that with you have to have every, I dotted and every T crossed, and I have to know this, business 101 through business 1001. No, that's not what I'm saying. But at least have an idea of what you plan to do. Then have some things like, expenses. These are the things I project to be the cost. And then have some sketch of things that you plan on how you're going to generate the revenue. Because what I see a lot, whether it be people that approach me or things I see in other projects that people ask me to assist on, you have this great idea for something. And you're making the mistake that you think if you get a big name person or if I have this little element here, that, my event's going to sell out. Okay, let's say your event does sell out. Do you know how much money you would need in order for you to break even? Do you understand all the costs? Have you considered all the costs? Do you understand how much it would cost for branding? Do you understand how much it's going to cost to pay the person or persons that you need to come? Do you understand that if you get the amount of people there that you want, how much it's going to cost to facilitate those people? How much is it going to cost to feed them? How much is it going to cost for the location? How much will it cost for whatever extras you need in the type of the event that you're running? I see so many people that have a dynamic idea. Yes, it may even be a great event. You don't know your budget. You don't know your expenses. And if you don't have a clear picture of your expenses and budget, you have no way to know how to generate the income from it. Now, I never tell people not to dream big because that's ridiculous. You want to have a big vision. But one of the things that I like to do is have a bootstrap vision. That means at the bare minimum, if all I get is this many people, do I have the budget to facilitate this many people? And please don't make the mistake of thinking, okay, I'm going to get vendors or I'm going to get sponsors or I'm going to get this, that. I'm not saying you don't go after those things. Trust me, I have a nonprofit extension just for that sole reason. However, please understand, just because you say vendors or sponsors or things of that nature, you still need a solid plan for how you approach those vendors and sponsors. And if you don't know what the expenses for your event are, If you don't have a plan for different ways, let's say 20% you think you're going to fund this for sponsors. Another 15% of your funds may come from advertisements. Maybe you'll have things like a sponsors booklets. Maybe there's some fundraisers. These are the questions you need to know. Because what I find is a lot of people, even in their business, you spend money on branding. Oh my God, it's so pretty. I have the perfect retractable banner. I have the perfect logo. I've paid someone all this money to do my website. I have the perfect business cards. And you have no substance for your brand. You have no programs. You have no solid programs ready to go. You have no solid events ready to go. You have nothing to keep your name out in the public. And then you have zero budget for how you want to market and advertise your services and your event. That is not going to work. That is not going to allow you to get anything that you need accomplished. So please don't do that. Thank y'all so much for the support. I love the fact that you're sharing in your comments. I'm just trying to help people. I mean, Danielle Booth said something on her, live Facebook thing. I said, okay, I got to say something. I got to go ahead and carry that forward. But it's so true. You have awesome ideas. And the worst thing you can do is have an amazing idea that is going to help a lot of people, and you have a plan or no plan. Or you have a plan that I can just poke holes to and tell you, hey, not knocking your idea. It's not going to happen. And you do not have time to waste. You do not have time to spin your wheels. You do not have time to get everybody excited and involved and all of this energy when, it's not going to happen because you have not planned properly. So, this is what I suggest. Get someone who knows what they're doing. See if you can talk to people who have successfully promoted events and talk to them first. Before you start signing contracts, before you put out $1, have a solid plan. Again, I advise that bootstrap budget. If all else fails, how will we still make an event happen? Maybe it's not the magnitude you envision or desired, but we can still have something small. And maybe if we can, have enough funds that are generated through this small event, we'll build up a little bit bigger. Maybe, we have a bigger event planned a year away. This is what we're going to do 3 months. This is what we're going to do in 6 months. We're going to have these small ones leading to the huge big one. You've got to have a plan in place, because a lot of times you can project sponsors, you can project vendors, you can project people's support. People like to pay you at the last minute. So you can have the bomb event and everybody tells you, oh, I'm coming. That sounds so awesome. Yes, it's amazing. They might not pay you until 2 weeks before or the week before. I can't sit up here and plan an event of some size when all of you are paying me a week before the event. It's not going to work. I need other things in place. And let me just say this before I end. Please don't pull everything out your pocket. Please. Because entrepreneurs, you have to invest some money to make some money. But if I'm always pulling everything out of my pocket, my business will not have longevity. So I have to even have plans and strategies as far as that's concerned. But I did want to get on the line. I had to say something in response to Danielle's video because she nailed it. She was talking about people that come to her and say I see a value in your service, but I can't afford you. And I love what she said, payment plan. I have people where I see things where I need you for my brand. It's not an option. Ladies, let me get personal. It's like that purse or those pair of shoes. If that is just that purse you got to have, or that pair of shoes you got to have, or that makeup, whatever your thing is, there is no option. You're going to find a way to get what that is. You need to be the same way about your business and services. There are certain things you have to invest in because I know that is the look I need for my service. I can't have a $5 look and be in front of people and asking you for $50,000. Not going to work. No one's going to take you seriously. So, payment plans are great. Big visions are great. Wonderful events are great. But you have to have a plan in place. So for entrepreneurs, new business owners, maybe you're a person that somebody just asked for the first time to plan an event and you have no clue of what you're doing. Before you run out and think about the big names to have for your event, please sit down and create a plan have some strategies. How are we going to make money? And please, at the bare minimum, know the projected expenses for your event. Because without that information, I can't tell you what the ticket prices are going to be. I can't tell you what the vendor prices are going to be. I can't tell you how we are going to get this money. I can't tell you anything. And if I'm pricing stuff out and just saying, hey, a ticket is this much, hey, a vendor spot is this much, sounds good. It's not going to happen. And it's a shame because great ideas die every day because the leaders and the visionaries fail to plan. It's a fallacy. It needs to stop. So that's just my response today to that wonderful video, that live video on Facebook from Danielle Booth. For these and other things I say, I talk a lot on a variety of different topics. You can follow me at thejoyguru.net. And please do, because I have all my social media there, one of my email addresses. If you have any questions or you have a response back to this video, feel free to do that. Have a blessed day, you guys. Take care. Bye-bye. And y'all know